To hide all this countless money, they dug massive pits in the forest and buried the cash bundle by bundle. Besides that, they also built small cabins specifically to hide money, with tons of bills stuffed in the walls and ceilings. In the end, Pablo even hid many $100 bills in his mother's sofa, but his mother was extremely disliked by it. Since there were so many hiding spots, Pablo hired an accountant specifically to mark each day's money-hiding locations. All this money that one person couldn't spend in several lifetimes belonged to Pablo. He was the biggest drug lord in the history of the world. Yet he took this money to build schools in the slums and even gave every single resident in his hometown $100,000. This won him massive public support, and he nearly got elected president of Colombia. This is Narcos, a series based on true events. Pablo initially did smuggling business, specifically smuggling household appliances. By bribing all the Border Patrol police with money, his business went fairly smoothly. But some police were extremely greedy. They took the bribes but still wouldn't let him through, wanting even more money. But facing these people who didn't keep their word, Pablo didn't get angry. Instead, he calmly walked up to each soldier and told them the brand of jewelry their wives wore and what time their children got out of school. He knew their families better than they did themselves. For their family's safety, the soldiers had to let Pablo pass. With this extraordinary courage, if he only did smuggling business, Pablo could also earn endless wealth. But one day, a drug dealer nicknamed Cockroach found Pablo. He had a small drug lab and wanted to use Pablo's smuggling channels to sell drugs to every city in Colombia. He could earn $10 per gram, but he still underestimated Pablo's ambition.
Aquí cuesta $10 al gramo. ¿Cuánto cree pues que va a costar en Miami?
This shocked Cockroach greatly. Then he took Pablo to visit his small lab. Although it looked very crude, it could produce hundreds of pounds of cocaine every day. Unexpectedly, Pablo proposed to transport 100 pounds that same day. He immediately had his cousin buy 3 small cars and put 5 kilograms of drugs in each tire. If sold at American prices, just this one time could make him millions. But this method could only get through domestic security checks. There was no way to transport it to America. So Pablo found a trusted American called Lion. He stuffed exactly 10 kilograms of drugs into his suit. Then Lion took the regular route and successfully entered Miami. Because at that time, America only focused on marijuana and was very lax about checking powder. After leaving the airport, he handed the drugs to local distributors, but then immediately rushed back to Colombia. Just like that, Lion ran back and forth between Colombia and America over a dozen times before finally transporting this batch of goods. With the first sum of money, Pablo directly bought several large trucks to transport drugs. Because the trucks were loaded with potatoes, Border Patrol police were too lazy to check, which saved Pablo the money to bribe them. The drugs were hidden in the spare tires. The entire convoy could transport over a ton of drugs at once. To improve efficiency, Lion also hired people. He bribed airport staff with money and filled their briefcases with powder. He even hired dozens of pregnant women to have them swallow drug capsules coated with oil. Swallow 50 packs and get $10,000. Because at that time, US Customs wouldn't check pregnant women.